I've always been told that I should slow down to succeed better. But honestly, I didn't believe it at all. And that's because I was so focused on masculine energy, working hard, hustling, always pushing harder. I thought that if I didn't do that, I would fall behind or miss an opportunity. So I was always in hustle mode, grinding, working harder, pushing myself all the time, almost 24/7. I would still sleep a little through all of this, but I was almost always in my masculine energy. And it's okay to have it, but at one point, life clearly said she doesn't know how to take care of herself and she has no idea how to relax or manifest properly. So, life completely took away my masculine energy. Imagine Spider Man with no web to climb building. I had nothing. I lost access to my boldness, courage, inner strength, and the ability to work hard. I couldn't do anything. I had to start looking for answers. I said, "What's going on here?" And it was scary. I had built everything on that, my reputation, my worth, and my identity around someone who worked really hard. But now I couldn't do that anymore. And it wasn't that I didn't want to work, I just couldn't work like I used to. I didn't have the ideas, the drive, anything. It was like, what the fuck is going on? So I turned to feminine energy because I had no choice. And for a long time, I was scared of all this witchy thing because all I saw were women who took care of themselves, rest, move slowly, they didn't seem to progress, and were always talking about their emotions, crying. And I thought, no, 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 I'm not going there. But the truth is, I was afraid of losing my boldness and inner strength. I was afraid of just being here, just waiting and meditating all day. I never wanted to go toward the feminine side. And every time I saw a retreat or a workshop on sacred feminine, I saw women who seemed so content with themselves, comfortable in their bodies, taking their time. But they were not the business women I knew, the ones who were really successful in life. I didn't think that this was the secret to succeed in business. And, I saw pictures from sacred feminine retreat and they were always so close to each other, hugging, and it seemed a bit weird to me. So it never attracted me at all. But I was forced to explore it because, well, I had no choice. So I went from a lot of masculine energy to a lot of feminine energy because I no longer had access to that masculine energy. And all I can do was take care of myself, go to the spa, get a massage, write, read, meditate, take care of myself, and restart my project. I couldn't do much else because I didn't have the energy to do it. And someone once told me, maybe you're depressed. And I thought, maybe I was. But it was actually something called the dark night of the soul. It's like a spiritual awakening moment, realizing that this is who you really are. So, I went completely into the feminine to explore what was there and realized that I didn't like it so much, but it wasn't that bad. And it also helped me rediscover my own power, which it wasn't about just pushing forward. Imagine a tree. I often teach that the root of the tree creates the fruit. The fruit is the result. So you have the thought, emotions, actions, and result. And when you want to change the result, you have to change the starting thoughts. The roots create the results, the fruit. And you always have to ask yourself, in the result I have, working hard, achieving good result, making money, my business doing well, are the roots based in fear or in love? And that makes all the difference. The main reason I worked so hard was not because love of myself. It was fear. Fear of not succeeding in life, fear of running out of money, fear of being judged because I wasn't always working hard. Because I built an identity on working hard, and it always being busy. And I got recognition from that and love because I was working so much and I didn't want to lose that. When I learned to balance masculine and feminine energy, I realized neither one is better than the other. They're just completely different, and we all need both. We each have our own balance, that sweet spot where we feel good. Sometimes I'm more in masculine energy, sometimes more in my feminine. And it depends on the area of life, the moment, or the event. So I move between both energies. And now I have a certain balance that I found, and I still spend more time in my masculine energy because I love that so much. But at least now I have access to both. I was so afraid of losing my masculine energy and being stuck in my feminine because I didn't want to be in the category of people who only take care of themselves, because I love building everything here. And when I realized that embracing my feminine energy would give me way more energy and power to go forward and work on all my projects, and then come back to take care of myself, everything changed. For me, taking care of myself used to mean going to the gym, reading self-development books, business books, working on my leadership, and it wasn't just about reading for the sake of it. There was always a goal behind it. And it's okay. I'm a high achiever and I love it. And I love good results. I love moving forward, creating projects. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that now it's not rooted in fear. I do it because I want to, because I love it. And now it's rooted in love. I want to make an impact in the world, make a difference, but most importantly, I want to transform myself out of love for myself, not because I'm afraid of not being enough, not because I fear things won't work out or that I won't make enough money compared to the goals I've set. And you have access to move between feminine and masculine energy, whether you're a man or a woman. We all have access to both energies. And when you can move between the two, that's where the magic happens. Because you can be ultra productive and take care of yourself, choosing when it's time for each. And most importantly, listening to what's right for you. And it's really difficult in a world where before I only listened to Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, and all the high performers who work super hard all day, every day. And then I realized that the only people I was listening to were men. And the energy is not the same for a man and a woman. It depends on your lifestyle. Do you have children? Do you have a partner? Or are you single? We all have different rhythms of life, but I had aligned myself so much with the idea that to succeed, I had to do things exactly like them. So I was always on, all the time, every day. And I still love that adrenaline during certain periods. But now I also have access to take care of myself, which I didn't before. It recharges my batteries and creativity so I can perform better. I didn't understand before that resting wasn't just about resting. Now I get it. I'm much more powerful and productive now that I have access to what's really inside of me. But it's hard to find that time when what I heard on social media was all about how to succeed in business. You have to work super hard for 5 years, sleep little, not hang out with your friends, and just hustle. And you know what? It worked until it didn't work anymore in 2021. So, finding your root is crucial. Is it fear or is it love? And when you can identify it, you can say, you know what? I'll work that much this week and then I will take care of my family, take time for myself, go skiing with my friend if I want to, just because I want to. Find what excites you and what brings you joy. In 2025, I don't know many people who have the energy or desire to work all the time, constantly pushing the machine. There are exceptions, of course, but when I coach them, they're often completely burned out. And they're not in the I'm building big projects and it's cool phase. They're in the I'm building big project and at the end of it, I'll probably crash phase because they're burned out. Humans are not made to do this constantly. And you can be ultra productive, change the world if you want, but you have to take care of yourself first. Some people need 2 hours a day, others 15 minutes, and some need a weekend off every month. Some need to have fun every Friday night. Find your own balance because we are all different. Out of love for yourself, not out of fear of losing something or not measuring up. Do, do you love yourself enough to step away from the work all the time to succeed culture? And I often hear business people say, I cannot sit down and meditate for 20 minutes. And I tell them, well, don't do that. Take a 15-minute walk while listening to a guided meditation. Walk in the forest and take photos if you want. Do something that makes sense for you. And some people don't need to sit for 25 minutes or do yoga. If you're a big visionary, ADHD with 30,000 ideas per second, meditation might be hard for you. Just find what works for you, another strategy, but take care of yourself. And you know what? I've never seen a visionary burnout. When your ideas are aligned and you do the things out of love for yourself, even through big ideas, you take time for yourself. No visionary has ever burned out when it comes from love. People burn out only when it's rooted in fear. Fear of family lacking of something, fear of being judged, fear of not being enough. When you do too much from that energy, from that fear, that's where people burn out. But when it's out of love for a project, to help, to create great things, I've never seen a visionary burn out. So, I ask you, do you love yourself enough to take care of yourself? Write it in the comment.